Hi guys, we are going to talk about the habit 7 that is called Take Time to Sharpen the Saw. Do you know what is sharpen the saw? I'm going to start with a story from the book. There was two men. They were sawing a tree, and he looked at the other one and said, "Oh, why don't you stop and sharpen your saw?" And he looked and said, "No, I don't have time to do this. I'm very busy, can't you see?" So we must not do what the man in the example did, and we have to spend our time and sharpen our saw. So this picture shows the dimension of the renewal. There are 4 dimensions of the renewal. There are the physical, the mental, the spiritual, and social and emotional. To achieve them, we have to be proactive, and no one else can do it for us. We have to do an investment in ourselves. So the first is the physical dimension. The definition that the book brings is to take care effectively of our body, to eat healthy food, to rest and relax, to do exercise regularly. So the exercises are important because they build our body in 3 areas. The endurance, that are the aerobic exercise, that exercise our heart. The flexibility, that warm up our muscles before the exercise, and the straight exercise, that are the muscles resistance. It's essential to our body to exercise regularly, because we have to choose one that we like go to the gym, swim, play tennis, and a tip for you is to do it slowly and be proactive and forget the laziness. It is a quadrant 2 activity too. Let's remember the last class, that is the best quadrant, and it's the best, although that is not urgent. It's very important because we will affect our self-esteem, our self-confidence, and our integrity. The second one is the spiritual dimension. The definition from the book is, it's our essence, our center, our commitment with our value system. So there are many ways that we can do and practice our spiritual dimension. It will guide our lives, and people can do. People have to find his way. So you can go to church, listen to good music, meditate, or whatever you want. The feel makes you feel better. So the text gives us an example that there was a man that he wasn't feeling well. He was feeling that his life was old, was boring, and he decided to go to the doctor. And the doctor said that his health was well, but he suggested him to spend a day in the place that he was happiest in his childhood. He went there, and he gave him a piece of papers that he had to open during the day. He had to open one at 7 o'clock, the other at 12 o'clock, and open during the day. The first was written, listen to the nature. So he he did that, and he understood what was disturbing him. That is the phrase, no matter what you do for a living, as long as you feel you are serving others, you do the job well. When you are concerned only with helping yourself, you do it less well. So I brought two phrases from the book, because I think they are very nice and explain what we are trying to say. The first is from Martin Luther. He was a priest. He says, "I have so much to do today, all I need to spend another hour on my knees." The other is from David John McKay. He was a religious leader, and he says, "The greatest battles of life are fought out daily in the silent chambers of the soul." So the spiritual dimension renews us, and it's an investment of time, but give us peace, renew us, refresh us, and is also quite intuitive.
In this topic, the author says we do not exercise our brain in the mature phase of life because we waste a lot of time watching TV. Nowadays, I believe that we waste time putting fake photos on Facebook. Sorry. Well, you use media, technology, communication, TV programs, or internet to do your using your device. Against this wasting time, we have to use this resource differently. For example, I watch TV. I love Mad Men series. Do you know what Mad Men? It's a hormonal stimulus, but not hormonal. It's a mental, because I can compare the sociology issues, for example. As we were saying before, the gypsies, the Mad Men is about after the American way of life after Second World War, and I can compare to Brazil the differences between Brazilian and Americans. I love the serious TV. So we must use the resources for advantage and to write. For example, the author says about writing, reading a good resources, or imagining situations. To play, you must play travel, for example, and imagining what to do and when. It stimulates our brain. Yeah. Finally, Stephen Covey says about how imagining situation, like organizing our life in projects, may help to renew our mind in all age. Social emotional dimension, it's two-dimensional articulates, but dimensions are interconnected because our emotional life is developed basically, although not exclusively, from our relationships with others and are expressed on them. To develop this ability, it's not necessary to spend a special time. It's an ordinary life, the tasks, we can practice this ability. And what else? However, to accomplish it, sometimes we need to coordinate our other hands. For example, the hand 5, that's the listen, the other one first. The self-confidence comes from our inner congruence and coherent principles. We are willing to practice all the time. Scripting others. This kind of people believe that project due their characteristics to others, it will reflect that. Think you are good, respectful kind of people. So the final result will be good for everyone. Please be good to me. For it, you inspire and give motivation to people around you. A class, for example, a class with students were classified as a not intelligent students for a computer. It's a practical example. For example, professor coming in the class, see, it seems bad students. He has or she has a prejudice. And during the days and months and during the year, he or she treats the people are bad students. Don't invest in their intellectual capacity. At final, they will be bad students.
A self-renewal process must include balanced renewal in all four dimensions: the physical, the mental, the spiritual, and the social-emotional. Renewal in each dimension is important, and we have to deal with four dimensions in a balanced way. Ignoring one area will impact the rest, because everything is connected. This is an example of a bad impact is bad, so bad impact. Organizations that focus almost exclusively on the social emotional dimension have no economic criteria to their values, so they lose all kinds of efficiency and eventually their viability in the marketplace. They might have three of the dimensions. They may have good service criteria, good economic criteria, and good human relations criteria. But any dimension will affect the growth of the organization. The dimensions are so highly interrelated that if you improve in one dimension, you increase the other dimension as well. There's something called daily private victory that says if you take 1 hour a day to renew the spiritual, mental, and physical dimensions, it's the key to the development of the 7 habits. To continue to improve ourselves, there is a upward spiral of growth and change. The process of renewal is by educating and obeying our conscience. So to continue progressing, we must learn, commit, and do. Learn, commit, and do again and again and again to continue improving. So that's the secret of the improvement in ourselves. And that's it.